Sagittarius, let's start with your reading. Today, we're going to look into the energies around you at the moment, and then we will look into the events coming up for you in the near future. Let's start from your main energy. All right, Sagittarius, the first message for you today is nothing is yet set in stone. And this is a very important one because usually when I see this message, there is always a situation that it's not in the way that it seems. There is something else going on in a situation that currently is presenting itself to you in a way that it's not a reflection of what it's actually happening underneath the surface. So whatever outcome or whatever dynamic you find yourself in right now, it's not going to be the one that you're going to end up with. So let's see what this message is about. Okay. All right. Interesting. Oh, and here it is. I felt there was something missing right here. Okay. So, first of all, I see that there is some sort of message trying to get your way. It could be a message from some external energy, from someone external as well, or just from your inner self, trying to communicate something to you and something that also connects to the past. We see here the stars, and we know that every time we look at the stars, we're looking at the light that left that star millions of years ago. Therefore, we're looking into the past. But regardless of that, I see you here not really focusing on that right now, not wanting to let that in at this time. You're here taking care of other things, focusing on yourself, and not wanting to give in to this message that it's trying to get to you. I think that you're just at a point in life where you don't want to try extra hard anymore. You don't want to keep making something fit when perhaps you already know that it's not going to fit. Overall, what I see here is that you are past that chasing rainbows phase. And right now, you realize that perhaps love alone, it's not enough. It's not enough to just have someone who's affectionate, someone who is showing love. You also need someone who's willing to go the distance, who's willing to work and put effort into a connection when it's needed. And so right here, yes, the beautiful honeymoon phase, we all want that. But what's left when that's over? And so right here, what you're doing is not changing your strategy. Your new approach is to not have a strategy at all. I do not want to have to spend time in trying to understand if the person likes me or not, if they're interested or not, if they're cheating or not. Enough spending time in trying to find the best moment to send a message to someone, counting the minutes in between messages to not appear too interested, or to go on dates and be with a person that I like, that I love perhaps, and having to act all detached and cool as though I wasn't that interested overall. So much work, not anymore. Now, if something is weighing you down, instead of lifting you up, then you're going to get rid of it. Right now, in fact, you have this star type of energy saying, you know what? I'm going to do me. If people like it, great. If they don't, fine. This is actually freeing you up from a major burden. The burden of validation and constant gratification. And at some point, we all have that burden. It happens for all of us. But right now, you perceive that as a prison, as something that it's making you a slave. And it comes from the fact that you also like yourself more. You look at yourself in the mirror, you're like, screw it, screw them. I don't need to change myself for anyone. And I don't have to change, especially in order to keep someone's attention, in order to make someone see me. You know what? If they don't see me, it's because they're not looking, and I'm not going to force them to look. This overall approach might be related to someone in particular, to a specific connection, or just in general. But I can already tell you that this is going to work out great for you, Sagittarius. Now, in the heart of the reading, we see something very important here, and especially when the Queen of Cups, right here, we see that this overall, this energy that is coming up and this message that is coming up could be you, or more likely though, someone around you. What we see here is that this energy belongs to someone who has actually a lot of interest towards you, a lot, Sagittarius. The Queen of Cups is someone who has a deep connection, and they look at you and they feel the butterflies. They really like you. And this might come as a surprise to you. We'll see why. But they are definitely ignoring this. The surprise might come from the fact that this energy comes from someone who now is hiding this. They are actually downplaying their feelings, in fact. They already assume that you are not interested, and that they're actually already creating expectations. They're expecting that if they were to open up, you would eventually not be interested anymore. I give you my cup and you're going to reject it. You're going to ignore it. There is a pattern around them, or at least so they think. Every time that they truly like someone, something always gets in the way, and they always end up getting ignored. This is someone who thinks, I love talking to my Sagittarius. When I receive a message or I see their picture, I feel the butterflies, right? But, I'm not going to look into this too much because I already know how this is going to end. And they think that eventually you're not going to be interested. Regardless, at times, I feel that they lose control and they start fantasizing about you and about being with you. Every time they actually text you and talk to you, they actually keep writing and rewriting the same message because they have a huge lack of confidence when it comes to you. If you are actually talking and engaging with this person a lot, you might be easily getting mixed signals from this person. And now you know why. They get the upper hand when you are the one reaching out and making moves, perhaps, and they think that it's best to take that win and go, appear cold and distant, whereas instead, they have a lot of fire and passion for you. Go figure. Now, what we see coming up is actually something that will unblock things from the situation, in the situation, and in your life in general. I see here that you're soon going to have a lot of options, a lot of distractions. These span across different areas of your life, from work to romance to anything that you consider as important to you. But the main thing that we see here is how as soon as you appear to not be available anymore, to a sort, as soon as you appear the one to having doubts and to having a lot of things to choose from, a lot of options to choose from, someone is going to raise their hand and say, hey, excuse me, where are you going? It feels like all of a sudden someone who has been hiding in the dark now is wanting to fully show how they feel. And now all of a sudden they come in wanting to perhaps sweep you off your feet. There is some sort of trigger here, and this person wants to get out of their comfort zone in order to try to make a move that will make you stay, that will make you focus on them and not on these other options that we see here. But they might have quite a task in front of them because you're not engaging into anything that requires too much work, too much thinking. It either feels good and easy, or I'm not going to go out of my way to make something like this work anymore. Love is supposed to be easy. Love is supposed to be an addition. When it becomes work, then maybe it's time to quit. But right here, I don't see you having to do too much at all, to be honest with you. This person comes in with such dreamy eyes. Look at this 10 of Cups. This is someone who just wants to hold you and to really be transparent about how they feel. Now, what you cannot see yet, Sagittarius, is that this is just the first of a series of events concerning people and situations which will start working out for you easily. I feel that you have aligned to the energy of the star right here, thinking, you know what? Whatever will be, will be. It will all happen when it's meant to happen. I'm not going to close doors. I'm just not going to force anything in them anymore. And the universe responds to that. And we see it with the upcoming events already. So let's keep looking into this trend. Let's see what else is coming towards you in the next 12 months. I want to take a look into this person's intentions for the near future, what they're about to do, what they're about to say, and if they're going to meet your new current expectations. Let's also keep reading into the evolution of your own personal journey for the next few months and see what events and rewards you should expect from this 7 of Pentacles right here. Let's see. If you want to dive deeper into the messages, Sagittarius, just follow me in the extended reading link below in the description box. Also, don't forget that every single week, I randomly select viewers who have watched the extended video to offer them a 100% free personal 30-minute reading. I send out emails every Monday morning. Make sure to check out your spam folder as well. Now, stay tuned for the extended preview coming right up after this. Welcome back to your extended reading, Sagittarius. The bridging energy taking us from this current situation to the upcoming events is the beautiful 6 of Wands. And this is where things get interesting. This is where things get exciting as well, because what we see here is an upcoming energy which sees you as the protagonist of your life. You're not the supporting character anymore, always trying to make something work behind the scenes, always trying to perhaps meet someone else's expectations. Right now, instead, you are focusing only on the things, the people, the connections that make you feel this way. The spotlights will be on you. And overall, the next year to me feels like a year where you're going to base your decisions on how you feel instead of always thinking how it makes someone else feel. And you know, this could sound like something small. I just decided to not invest into things that are too difficult right now, you know? It sounds small, but it's actually having major repercussions that you're going to see soon at the beginning of the year, but also especially at the end of next year, as we see here. So let's see then what's coming up for you. I want to look into, first of all, this person's intentions. Before looking into where you're going, let's see where you're coming from so that we can understand on what foundation you are basing your next moves. Now, let's see then what this person's intentions are, feelings, why are they hiding, what are they going to do in the near future? And then we will continue reading into the trend of your energy for the next 12 months. Wow, 9 of Wands, 9 of Cups. Right here, you see exactly what we're saying at the beginning. Something appears in a way, but it's actually in the opposite way. Nothing is as it seems. Okay. All right. And here we see where it all stems from. First of all, we have this